Have I found the best shampoo bar out there that is as good as the shampoo you buy at the salons? A shampoo bar that doesn't give you that icky sticky residue? I think so. And if you're interested to find out what bar it is and my experience in using this bar, then keep on watching. Hi, my name is Matilda and welcome back to Miss Matti, the channel where we talk all about how to figure out how to live an awesome and sustainable life, partly through making things ourselves, but sometimes it also is about buying things very intentionally. And in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the best shampoo bar I've found so far. And I'm super excited to share this with you because it's been quite a journey the past 2 years since I transitioned to a shampoo bar. So all of us who have transitioned to or are transitioning to a low waste, zero waste lifestyle, we come from all different kinds of backgrounds, and some of you might be really fine with just using Dr. Bronner soap on both hair and body as well as face, and then there's people like me who are a bit fussier and really would like our shampoo bars or other low waste products to be as good as the high quality products that we're used to before transitioning into living a more plastic-free lifestyle. So about 2 years ago, I transitioned to using a shampoo bar. I made a video around 1 month, I can't remember exactly how long, but very early on in my transitioning to a shampoo bar. And I made another video last year where I shared my journey, how it's been 1 year into using a shampoo bar, which shampoo bars I tried back then. It's been tough at times, especially with this sticky residue that I know so many of you who have tried or are trying have suffered through. And I'm really happy to say that I now have tried a shampoo bar and conditioner that doesn't give you that sticky residue and also makes your hair soft and voluminous and clean, just like a normal shampoo. But the company that makes this are called Unwrapped Life. They're based in Calgary here in Alberta, and I absolutely love that I'm supporting a local business. This bar that I've tried, this is the shampoo bar and this is the conditioner, is called the Fixer, and that's specifically designed for colored and chemically treated hair. And I actually haven't seen any other shampoo bars that are made specifically for colored hair. If you know me or follow me for a while, you might know that I love changing my hair color. I love changing my hairstyles as well. It might look like I have natural hair right now, but this is not real. It's meant to look natural, and hopefully it does. That's the intention. So why did I choose this product? As I said, it's designed for colored hair, but also I really just love the sound of the rosemary, the stinging nettles, the lavender, the sweet basil essential oils. It actually smells so gorgeous. It does. I actually did stand between a few other bars. I have quite fine hair, and they recommended balancer and the stimulator bars for fine hair, and then they recommended for blonde hair the detoxifier. But I figured, because my hair now is longer than it's been in over 4 years, so I tried out the Fixer bar first, but I might try some of the other ones later on. The secret to the no sticky residue is that they use a mild surfactant instead of saponified oils. These are really tricky words to pronounce because you don't use the saponified oils that many other bars use. There's no sticky buildup, and as such the problem is no transitioning time, unlike most other SLS-free shampoo bars. I think I said it earlier, but it's worth emphasizing again that my hair has never been this clean and soft since I transitioned. It's so amazing. So instead of SLS, so sodium lauryl, a word I never can pronounce, sodium lauryl sulfate. And so instead of that, they use a gentler surfactant that's called sodium cocoa sulfate. So they only score 1 on the Environmental Working Group website. And I will link that page down below in the description so you can find out more about this ingredient if you're interested. And another thing that I haven't had to do since transitioning to this bar is any apple cider vinegar rinses. And they say that it's because the bars are between 5 to 5.5 pH, and the conditioner is pH 6, and that's very close to the hair's natural pH balance. They say that there's no harm in doing an apple cider vinegar rinse if you feel like you need it. I used to do it once in a while, normally when the residue became too bad or if my scalp got really irritated and itchy, and that really helped a lot with that. But I'm pretty pleased to neither have sticky residue or an itchy scalp. I didn't mind doing an apple cider vinegar rinse, but I prefer to use it for food instead, to be honest. So one question that loads of people ask me is, how long does a shampoo bar last? So I normally say it lasts between 4 to 6 months, but this totally depends on a lot of different factors. How often you wash your hair, how thick and long hair you have, what type of water you're washing your hair in, how do you store your shampoo bar, etc. So on the Unwrapped website, it says that the bars last approximately 50 to 75 washes, and they also say it may vary due to the factors that I just mentioned. They also say that should be equivalent of 2 to 3 16-ounce bottles of liquid product. That's quite amazing actually. So I got my bar 4 months ago, and this is like how much is left. I think that's still quite a bit of use out of this bar. And also I wash my hair 1 to 2 times a week, and my husband has also used this bar when we were away, and he really liked it actually, he said, but he didn't like this conditioner bar as much. I will talk a little bit more about my first time using a conditioner bar in a bit. So when I got my bars, I got these little cute travel tins for traveling, but this is not something I would recommend you to store your bar in normally. This is purely for when you bring it with you, because if you store them in this, they will not dry out fully between use. So I would make sure to get a soap dish if you don't already own one, and then don't store it in the shower. Try to remember to move it out of the shower to another part of your bathroom, especially if there are other people living there. You don't want to have your bar getting wet every time someone gets into the shower. That will make the bar last less, as well as getting that gooey, disgusting state that I honestly think is one of the reasons why some people have phobia against bar of soap. So sometimes the bar does get more wet than normal, or a little bit gooey like that. If your bar gets gooey and needs some extra drying out, move it out from your bathroom into a drier room of your house. Then put it on a soap dish for a couple of days and let it fully dry out. And what I also make sure to do while I let my bar dry out is to like turn it so all sides of your bar gets fully dried. And that should sort out that gooey, sticky nastiness. As I talked about in my first shampoo bar video, the water hardness has a big impact on the result of your shampoo. Not just shampoo bars, but shampoo in general. Water here in Alberta, Canada is very hard, but I'm happy to say that it works really well in hard water. So hard water tend to make the cuticles on the hair shaft stand up, and as such make the hair appear rough, and as such it can easily be tangled. Now when I have longer hair than I had when I first moved to Canada, it felt more important to have a conditioner, because when I had shorter hair, yeah, it wasn't too bad because I could sort of comb it out quite easily or brush it out. So what I found is using a conditioner now when I have a little bit longer hair than I had when I first transitioned to shampoo bar. At that point I was never using a conditioner bar. So what I found is now when I have a little bit longer hair, it really helps me to be able to detangle and brush out my hair properly after having a shower, because for some reason living here makes my hair an absolute mess after washing, and that's probably due to the hard water. But once it's dried and once I have detangled it, it's no problem at all. It looks really good now. So how to use a shampoo bar. I went through this a little bit in my video I made 2 years ago. So first I wet my hair, then I lather it up with my bar on my hair like this in circular motions. Everyone does it slightly differently. Some people do more like strokes, some people like to lather it up in their hands. It all depends on you, your hair, whatever you prefer. And this bar is literally the bar that has lathered the best, and I find it much easier to like spread out in all areas of my hair with a bit more extra extra lather. Then I just gently massage my scalp and then I rinse out the hair. And once I rinse my hair, I put in conditioner, and that one I normally do like wet up and put like a bit movement around. I don't know, but I find that makes it easier for the conditioner bar to transition its conditioning powers. I don't know, it feels like it's easier applied into my hair. I'm not fully sure about conditioner bars, I must be honest. I don't mind it. It's a bit strange when you used to use bottled conditioner bars. I think this gives a great conditioning effect. It smells great, my hair feels beautiful and much, as I said earlier, much easier to detangle and all that stuff, but it is not as easy to apply compared to a shampoo bar in your hair. Let me know in a comment below what your experience is with conditioner bars. Have you found any great ones that you absolutely love? I would love to hear more about this because this is a new journey for me to explore. So, as I say, they call it Unwrapped Life, and that makes you ask, how are these bars packaged? So my bar came in those little travel tins with a little cardboard box around, and if you want to buy your bars individually, they come wrapped in craft paper. And I think they say on their website that this should not compromise the integrity of the bar and the performance of the bars. They also recommend that if the bar comes out with no oils on it, you can either recycle or compost it, but if it has any oils transferred to it, make sure to only compost it. And I think I would probably go for the composting because I have a worm bin at home. I only made this video because I truly just love Unwrapped Life's shampoo bar. I'm not sponsored, they haven't given me any product or anything like that. I just wanted to share my experience because I know how hard it can be to transition to a shampoo bar and how many of you that have given up because you haven't found a good alternative. So I just wanted to let you know about a local smaller company here in Alberta that makes amazing shampoo bars. And as it is Plastic Free July, they're gonna later on this weekend have a sale on their website. The sale is from July 19th to July 21st. I don't know exactly what type of deals they're gonna have, but I will link the website down below. And if you're interested in trying them out, I would just jump on it and place an order and try them out. And if you do, don't forget to get back to me and let me know what you thought. So if you want more videos where I talk about how to transition to a low-waste lifestyle, how to DIY in a more sustainable way, and generally how to figure out how to live an awesome and sustainable life, please hit the subscribe button because I have more content like this planned in the near future. And also let me know in the comment below, have you transitioned to a shampoo bar? How has it been going? Have you been successful? Let me know which bars you tried and how it's been going for you. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Miss Matti. And until next time, hej då!